What is up YouTube, Zadarkus here with a full ranked game commentary. I'm playing Warwick in the jungle, sorry, and today I'm gonna try to explain you everything behind the gameplay and my decision making, and of course with that try to help you out a little bit. Now, the first thing to have here to notice is the team setup. Now, first thing I want to line out is that, for example, they have a Mastery in the jungle and a Vayne AD carry. Both these champions rely heavily on attack speed. Therefore, I know that an item like a Frozen Heart is basically a must buy, because it's gonna greatly decrease their damage overall. Now, for example, if they were playing maybe a Jace or Riven top lane, a Talon or a Zed mid lane, and the jungler would be something like a Lee Sin or maybe even a Vi, Jarvan, Kha'Zix, then maybe an item like Turnmail would be way better when it comes to flat armor items. But since it's two heavily attack speed reliant champions, Vayne and Mastery, I'm obviously going to run, if possible, a Frozen Heart here, because overall it's just going to help the team a lot more. Now, let's just clear the jungle. Next, other than that, they have 3 AP champions. So, luckily for me, playing Warwick, by default, normally you already go for a Spirit Visage, therefore that's not even gonna be a big factor. I'm going to go for the Spirit Visage, and with the Turnmail I have a good roundup of resistance already, just with those two items. To stack a little bit of HP, I'm gonna go for the Titanic Hydra, and of course my jungle item should be Cinderhulk upgrade here. You could go with the Devour one, but honestly I feel like we do need to be a lot more tankier for another reason. So they have a Malphite and a Brand and even Morgana's ulti there to help, so we can expect a lot of bursts coming from their side. Therefore, having a little bit of that extra HP to actually sustain the initial burst is very important. I'm just clearing the jungle at the start. Yeah, that does look tasty. But let me just keep on. Come on, really? Why? Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Nice, bot lane and top lane there. Now, if you're playing jungle and what happened here happens to you, don't even care. She didn't even get ganked, you know, she just forced something. It's her own fault. And you're playing solo queue, somebody's always going to cry. So it's everything okay, I don't really care. Now, clearing all the camps so I can upgrade my jungle item and go for the boots as well. If you can do that, that's a decent startup. It's the minimum you should always aim for. Now, if I was playing a champion like Lee Sin per se, going for, god damn it. Let me push this so that Malphite loses some XP. If you gank a lane, if both laners go away, you will want to be pushing the lane so that the other laner loses the minions, the experience and the gold from it. Now, if the lane would be all the way back here, you would rather just freeze the lane so your laner can come back And then there we go, there we go. Thanks to the kill we can actually just do that. Another option would be to upgrade here, because Warwick is very mana hungry. But Lee bot all time. But it's okay, they don't even have a Lee Sin. What the hell is going on? Yee. Come on, it's a Master E. He has no CC. Now the thing here is, being a very farm reliant champion, I'm trying to just rush my level 6. If I get my level 6 here, my ganks are going to be a lot stronger. And people should already kind of play with that in mind. This should be a kill here. Okay. Using flash there to AoE taunt people. Focusing Vayne there would be most likely useless. And actually I didn't know if she has heal or flash, to be honest there. So imagine if I did all of that and then focus Vayne, and she just heals or flashes away. Pain in the ass honestly, so. Okay, hitting level 6 here, trying to gank mid lane, most likely. Let's see, Annie has to tippers. She has to initiate. Leave the kill. Could have taken the kill, but I didn't want it. And he was losing. Give her the kill. And since I'm actually doing pretty well, I'm not even taxing. But I'm gonna keep the blue buff for myself, because then he can easily just clear waves thanks to her Q. Not using much mana. And yeah, that's gonna be my tax, basically. Get the blue buff for myself. Because like we mentioned, playing Warwick, we're playing a very mana hungry champion. Now looking a little bit around the map, bot lane is kind of doing okay. Master Yi was around this side of the map, careful. Gonna smack this camp, because this camp is a pain in the ass. Teleport. If bot lane dies now, that's a Drake for them. And sadly, they're fine. Okay, so gonna clear this camp, go for red, and go back to base, upgrade my jungle item, and then see if there's a chance for a good gank. Gonna have my ultimate again by that time. Using my E here mostly for damage reduction. And I mean, yeah, with the fear and all, that helps a lot. Not that it matters much at this point, but sometimes just 10 HP is the difference. Now Annie being a little bit pushed there. Just gonna do this again. Gonna keep the smite for the gank. And he has Tibbers once again. May die here. Maybe not. Let's see. She dies. Okay. Okay. Unlucky. Let me just smite this, get some HP back. Q, and protect mid lane. I take my E damage reduction. We'll miss most of these, but last hitting, that would help. Don't really want to push it. Gonna go back now. Complete my jungle item. Blood Razor here could be a good option, but I really, like I mentioned, with their overall damage, output and everything, I just want to get enough tankiness so I can sustain the initial burst. And you should do that if you're playing a jungle and you see there a team with a lot of burst. I'm gonna gank mid lane, got my ultimate. Annie would be losing her lane. Maybe didn't need to use my ultimate there, but just wanted to make sure. A little bit of warding. Side note, I should have been warding more a little bit here in this game. Mid lane is dead. Bot lane is back in base. 20 seconds on the smite, but we have vision around. So we should be fine here. 10 seconds on the smite. Master is top lane, so I'm not even bothered. Get the Drake. And let's clear the jungle. Mastery 76 CS. Yeah, a bit more farm than I have, but it's a mastery. I'm a single target champion. He has a way better clear than I have by default. Once I get Titanic Hydra, it's gonna be a lot faster for me as well. I'm gonna keep the blue buff. I'm lucky that, well, Annie doesn't really need blue buffs. Of course, cooldown reduction would help her a lot, but by need itself, she doesn't really need it. This is not gonna be a kill. And I don't have much mana to do more, but hey. Didn't need to ulti there, that was a misplay. Sadly. Yeah, that ulti was a misplay. I don't know if you notice, I don't really bother about top lane. The guy is winning, and still Cyan gonna have to build tank most likely, and he should. So, and it's a Malphite, so you know, it's a pain in the ass. And Malphite, even not having flash, if he has his ultimate, he can just use his ultimate to jump away. And I don't think we have enough DPS to just burst him down mostly. And Annie is very easy to get kills with. That's why I focused mid lane. Brand having no default escapes other than flash makes it very easy for Annie to basically get the stun lock, as you just saw before. So, and if Annie gets ahead, she's just gonna... She doesn't need to do much. One Tibbers in a team fight, and that's basically GG. Gonna go be here really fast, get a time at, help me clear the jungle. Nice AoE there. Now looking at this, armor could be the best option at the start. Malphite is very weak Brand is behind as well. So it's basically the Mastery with the 3 kills, and Vayne, even though she's behind. You know, it's a Vayne. But yeah, don't really have to worry too much at the moment. At this point, going for the Titanic Hydra, it's a pretty good option. Since there are basically... nah, can't do much. Going in there would be suicide. Just gonna stick around a little bit. And that is why. Didn't use my ultimate. I wanted to see if I could have a chance to use the ultimate on Morgana there. Didn't happen. Free kill. I'm gonna go towards Lulu. There we go. Most players in that situation, maybe with some panic or something, would try to run away this way. But that's another thing, positioning of your teammates by having Lulu here. That was the best option, getting close to her. After this I'll go for Herald. Gives a little bit time to my smite to respawn. See if they have wards. They don't. This should be free. I'm gonna get it for myself, and I'm not gonna use it immediately. I'm gonna go back before. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna use Herald now, because we just killed Mastery. And Malphite is being forced back very heavily. I think I'm dead here. Sion was with us and suddenly he wasn't, which was a pain in the ass. Okay, my bad. Sion went back when we decided to push. I had a Herald, so he should have stayed. But hey, what can you do? Here for Frozen Heart, like mentioned. Still have the Herald though, so whenever I'm gonna push, I can just activate it. Good thing about Herald is, if possible, you want to be able to defend them for a little while, so you can do more. People's farm is really low, 120 at 20 minutes. Holy crap, these guys' farm is crap. But hey. What can you do, right? I have to use my Herald pretty soon. It's already half time in. Never mind. Can't do shit. Now let's see the damage charge. Yeah, quite a bit of magic damage. Quite a bit actually, Jesus. Yeah, 5-5. I'll have to run mid lane and use my Herald, basically. Otherwise it's gonna be a waste. Mid lane or bot or whatever, but I have to use it. This may open an inhibitor tower for us. Maybe. If I come with Herald here really fast. Okay, just let him do now. I'm gonna Herald mid lane if possible. The reason why I'm going mid lane is because I may not use it actually. Let's see. Mid lane. Okay, we should be fine here. And now I use Herald. There you go, Herald is opening. These guys are saging for the kills, Herald is doing damage. Let's see if I can save this Herald. Yes, I can. Ah, shit. Yeah. Yeah, the Morgana. Whatever. Here we go, Frozen Heart. Next one is gonna be Abyssal Scepter. Of course, get that magic resist like mentioned, plus it gives me more sustain. Yeah. But like I said, thanks to the Herald, we have the mid lane open. So keep that in mind when you get the Rift Herald. Don't rush. This could have been even better if we protected it a little bit more, but hey. Because sometimes people get Herald and they try to use it immediately, but be a little bit patient, wait for a good opportunity to use it. Because if you just use the Herald and you can't even protect it, or you don't have a minion wave to tank the shots from towers or stuff like that, yeah, Herald's gonna die really fast before he can actually do something. And you don't want that. Okay. Just doing a clear here. Haven't jungled for a bit. Get that advantage over the enemy team. More than I already have, but hey. Can actually do Drake here.
An ally has been slain.
And then I'll join the team. Oh crap. One thing you can do with Warwick, I didn't, is when the dragon jumps, if you use your Q, you don't get knocked back. Getting Drake here. Reason why I wanted to jungle here and didn't go with the team is because at this point Brand is starting to hurt quite a bit. Malphite doesn't really bother me, but because of that I do want that extra magic resistance before I get into a new fight. And just with this clear and the Drake, I have more than enough money to get that extra MR. Okay, let's go back, and now we can join the team and do something. There we go. Now we should push with the team. Okay. I'm gonna go directly for Brand here. Yeah, I'm dead. Bit too greedy. Bit too greedy. My bad. Don't do what I did. For sure, don't do what I did. That was tunnel vision of my part. That is exactly what tunnel vision is, and you should not do that. And me the same. But hey, it just happened. Too long didn't read tunnel vision. I focused so much on Brand that I completely misread all the surroundings, and I didn't even notice what was happening around. And basically, as you saw, after that engage, my team couldn't follow up at all, and the enemy team just came and gangbanged me basically. So if I didn't tunnel vision, maybe I would have gone for my team, and maybe together we could have done something else. Or at least I didn't die. I wouldn't die. But hey. Hey, let's meet up with the team. Let's hide here. See if they do something crazy. Get some vision. I'm not doing anything here. I could use my ultimate. I don't think she would react in time. But it's Morgana. I prefer to save it. Maybe for carry. Okay, crap. Wanted to see if I could flash after that, but hey. Gonna get my Spirit Visage. But as you can see, I can face up the Mastery here, which is a pretty good thing. Now the last item, depends on what you want to do, how the game is going. Honestly, I think I want something to just push the game for a win. You know, the win more occasion. If it was a little bit harder, I would be, even though they kinda coming back, that's the thing. Because an item like the Stone Plate is a good option to tank even more harder. Abyssal here is not bad actually. Abyssal is actually a pretty solid pick. Giving a little bit of extra HP and all. But I think I'm going for the... I want some direct lifesteal. So I'm going to go for... What am I going for? I think I'm going for Blade. Really want some direct lifesteal. Wit's End is also a very good item on Warwick. Well, still have some time to decide before I buy the item. Kinda want to do the bot side of the jungle, but I have that intuition that something is going to happen pretty soon. Like I said. Shit. That aiming. Yeah. GG. This is not a big deal for me. There we go. There's no point in going for the Malphite. He doesn't even have wave clear to actually protect
has destroyed an inhibitor.
So we just push directly. Fear him. There we go. And it's like that. Hope you guys found it useful. I hope I explained well enough what I was doing. Let me know if you want to see more games like this. And here we go. A good win, a solid win. My name has been Zadarkus, and I'll be seeing you pretty soon with a new one. Bye bye.